Hello friends, welcome back to Neffy Crafts and Scraps. I am sharing a fun and super quick Father's Day gift idea. So Father's Day is on Sunday, don't forget. I'm working on a quick project here using the parchment paper from Cardstock Warehouse that you see me sharing there. And this is in the color Natural. And so what I'm doing and what my plan today is to create little block puzzles. So I printed my photos on the parchment paper and I'm going to be using all these little blocks that you see. I've already got 3 coasters already set to go. But I'm going to show you the process with this one that I have here on my table. I printed my photo on the parchment paper and I'm gonna add glue all to the surface of that and then proceed to add all the blocks. And this is gonna kind of create that look of a picture on wood. I've seen a lot of those projects with actual printing, and there's lots of fun skills you can use to get that done. However, I thought I had the perfect paper to do so anyways, because it is called Natural and it really is a natural tone of color that matches well with these blocks. So here are all the little blocks. These blocks I actually got from the Dollar Tree. My closest store is very old, but however they recently added a new crafting section and it's full of wooden bits and pieces for crafts and projects. And as soon as I seen these blocks, I grabbed a bag and was thinking of ideas, and I thought, you know what, I think I can make a nice set of wooden block puzzles for my husband. And because it's Father's Day, I thought that would be a perfect idea to include pictures of him and our kids and a family photo. So that is the project in a nutshell. I'm gonna go ahead and color code each different picture by adding a different tone of blue acrylic paint. And originally I actually painted them after my blocks had set and dried on the paper. However, because I was filming here, I thought I would just go ahead and paint while while the glue dried. So that is the process really. I'm painting and I'm gonna proceed to then cut all these little blocks for ya so you can see how I'm gonna set them up in my little wooden container. It's not wooden, it's cardstock, and so I'll show you in just a moment. I'm spreading the picture, making sure there's no air bubbles. There will be a few. I'm not entirely looking for perfection. I mean, this is a fun craft and I'm just kind of going with it. I'm bringing my X-Acto knife to cut the edges of that photo, and I'm gonna continue to kind of let it dry. You really have to let this paper dry all the way through, otherwise it will just move and shift as you try to cut it. So once that is all cut up like that, it still needs to dry once I do these little edges. So a good tip is to add some weights to it, or something heavy, or a book, anything to keep those blocks nice and flat, because the paper does have a possibility of warping. It's very easy for vellum parchment. It's not vellum, it's parchment paper, but it's very similar to vellum, and you guys know how that can easily warp if it's got any moisture in it. You saw at the beginning possibly where one of my photos was a little more bendy than the others, so that's the reason why you kind of need to let these dry very flat, and I prefer to face them upside down. So here's an image of kind of what I rigged to get that flatness out of the first 2 little puzzles I started. And so now I'm gonna use one that's already dry, ready to go. This was the first one I made. I'm gonna show how I'm now using my X-Acto knife to cut up all these pieces. You do have to be careful so that, you know, you're not chopping half of the piece you're going to need for the puzzle, especially if you're choosing to make a puzzle out of these cute little blocks. But it is sort of a tedious process. It's the cutting that takes really a long time. So take your time with it. And another tip is if you would like to really seal in that photo, you can add some glue to the top or the whole entire block. I am skipping that step because I do have 4 and I can't imagine how long it would possibly take for me to add glue to all of them. However, I think it's still perfect. I still like the project. So I'm gonna let you guys watch as I finish cutting. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. I will be linking this paper pack that you can order from Cardstock Warehouse, the Parchment paper. And I'm gonna link it down below for you guys. And that is it. So enjoy the rest of the process. Thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy. So one more thing I want to mention before the video ends is that this little container that is actually holding the puzzle pieces that I'm cutting out is actually a lid to a box, a little paper box that I also got from the Dollar Tree. But it perfectly holds this puzzle. It holds it perfectly in place, so it won't, unfortunately I really thought they'd fit in the box and they just don't. So my plan is to go purchase 3 more boxes so I can use the lids as my containers. And another possibility too is to just add all those little blocks back into the jar and have Dad have a ball with it and, you know, color code each puzzle, do it one at a time. So that's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Any questions, leave them down below. See you next time.